coming off the win of progressive candidates yesterday, but he said there is an urgent question facing America. Are we going to maintain our status as the world's greatest superpower and beacon of liberty, opportunity, and security, or allow radical Marxist Democrats to destroy the very foundations that make us the envy of the entire world? Then he has a new paragraph. Democrats now openly express disdain for America and embrace the failed, dangerous, deadly path of communism. We must take a stand and fight to protect the greatest nation in the history of the world from being overrun by mini Mamdanis. So
it's a lot of characters. Yeah. You must have the pro account. Well, I'm assuming that's in response to Abdul al Sayed's victory yesterday evening. And I think first I'd just like to congratulate Dr. Abdul al Sayed on his victory. He ran a campaign where it was best described by his words of money out of politics, money in your pocket, Medicare for all. And if those simple commitments and beliefs are what drives Representative Johnson to these kinds of conclusions, I think it shows you how deeply out of touch the Republican Party is with the concerns of working class Americans. Because what we have seen is, despite him facing more than $60 million in outside spending, he was able to prevail with a focus on a cost of living crisis and the way in which healthcare is exceedingly out of reach for those who have helped to make this country what it is.
That comparison in your similar things that you ran on?
You know, I have had the privilege of speaking to Dr. al Sayed a few times. What I will say, and this was years ago, once when he came to New York City, he can lift a lot more than I can. And I think that is, we should give him his respect in that way. I don't think in any way this man is a mini Mamdani. I also think that what we're talking about is someone who has shone a light on the importance of public health and healthcare in our country for years. And I am proud to be part of a movement of politicians and candidates who are looking to put working class Americans back at the heart of our politics. And that's our focus here in New York City. And just from what we're seeing in Michigan, it looks like that's what Michiganders want there to be their focus come November.
Can I ask you just, is he the type of candidate that you see as the change of the Democratic Party?
Yes.
This is maybe the biggest potential prize for the American left in November now. Do you plan on formally endorsing him, maybe even going to Michigan to campaign for him?
My focus thus far has been on New York City, and what I will tell you is that I know that many New Yorkers were incredibly excited at the result. I tried to stay up until it was called, but then I eventually called it a day. But I do wish him the best.
So not totally closing the door on maybe going to Michigan.
I'm here right now.
Given that El Sayed very much campaigned on a working class centered message.
You know, I will leave much of the assessment to pundits. What I will say is that when you are facing $60 million in outside spending, you are facing almost what feels like surround sound across a state where people are hearing a message about you again and again and again. And to win this race as someone who is not currently holding elected office, also the way he ran the campaign, and I think I saw somewhere that he held more than 500 in-person events across the state of Michigan. That's the kind of work it's going to take to ensure that we are winning in November. And truly kudos to him and to the team that he built around him. I think the message of money out of politics, money in your pocket, Medicare for all is one that even New Yorkers can relate to. Thank you all very much.